Is the $5,000 stimulus check canceled because Elon stepped away from Doge? This is a really good question that I recently received in a live stream that I do want to focus on here in the video because I do see a lot of comments rolling in on the $5,000 stimulus check, otherwise known as the Doge dividend. When are we going to get it? Who is going to be included? Am I going to get it? How much are we going to see? When are we going to see this thing deposited? The questions roll in all the time on this, and in a live stream recently, James L., hey, by the way, thanks so much for reaching out, James. Really appreciate you. See him in the live streams all the time. But he reached out with this question. I thought this is actually a really good one because a lot of people want to know the same thing in regards to the $5,000 Doge dividend, otherwise known as the $5,000 Trump stimulus or president stimulus. Again, there's a bunch of different names for this thing, but let's talk through the details about it, okay? Now, here's the thing. I want to point out the details in regards to just this $5,000. Now, I'm going to be fair with you. The $5,000 Doge dividend or stimulus check would be very different than an economically based stimulus check of any dollar amount, $1,400, $2,000, $2,500, whatever the amount would be in the event of an economic stimulus check. That'd be very, very different than the distribution of a $5,000 stimulus check, even though they're being referred to as the same thing, basically the same name. It's a very different distribution of money, okay? Let me explain this super fast here. The $5,000 Doge dividend, as it was introduced in its original plan back in, I think it was early February is when it was introduced, this would basically just be a refund, essentially, of taxpayer dollars from the efforts of Doge, right? So that's what that would be, a refund back to the people of basically misused taxpayer dollars, giving that money back. Whereas an economically based stimulus check, like we saw back in 2020 and 2021, the three that we received, the $1,200, the $600, and the $1,400, those are economically based stimulus. In other words, the economy's not doing good. Let's pump it with some stimulus. That's basically what it comes down to. Okay, very different things. All right, anyway, back to the question that I do want to answer really quickly here, and I can talk about the details and kind of differentiate those two. Again, economically based stimulus and the $5,000 Doge, if you want me to. I can talk about that in greater detail later in this video or in a live stream, whatever, but I can talk about it. All right, so anyway, to answer that question, so James L. Reached out in the live stream. Thanks, James. Really appreciate it. He reached out in this live stream and said, is the $5,000 Doge dividend or stimulus canceled because Elon stepped away from Doge? Now, if you don't follow Elon, that's fine. Just join the crowd. There's a lot of people that don't, but I do because I follow a lot of things and I want to bring you the latest up-to-date information. Anyway, around the turn of May, the month of May. So as we turned over to the month of May, right around the turn of April into May, I don't remember the exact date, but it was around there. Elon announced that he was going to be stepping away from Doge, and he did. He stepped away from Doge and kind of went back to his businesses, okay? Now, does that mean that the $5,000 Doge dividend or stimulus check is also going to be canceled? Not necessarily. It has nothing to do with Elon, okay? Just want to make that very clear. The $5,000 Doge dividend has nothing to do with Elon whatsoever. So whether he's there or not, doesn't really have anything to do with him. However, here's what I do want to point out for you, and I think this is a way more important point that you should probably focus on versus is Elon there or not? Who cares about Elon, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I follow him. Reason being is because I want to just see what he's saying. I want to see what everybody's saying. I follow a lot of people because I want to know what's going on, right? So I can bring you the information in these videos. But anyway, has nothing to do with Elon. But here's what I do want you to focus on. The $5,000 Doge dividend, remember, in the original plan that was stated, the 4-page plan that I brought to you in a video, you can still see it, it's still on the channel here from a few months ago. I brought you a video with the plan popped up on the screen so you can see exactly what they wanted. Okay, let me explain it super fast here. I'm not going to give you all the details of it, but I'm just going to explain a couple key points of this. The $5,000 Doge dividend was only based on a $2 trillion savings from Doge efforts, okay? As of right now, they've currently saved less than $200 billion as we speak right now, less than $200 billion. The goal is to get to $2 trillion by the 4th of July next year, 2026. So as we speak right here, right now, we've got a little more than a year to go until we get to July 4th of 2026. When Doge goes away, it disappears at that point. Doge is gone, okay? It's dismantled and Doge is no longer a thing after July 4th of 2026. Anyway, that's assuming a $2 trillion savings out of Doge. I'm just going to say this much. They're not going to hit that, okay? They're not. There's no possible way they're going to get to $2 trillion. They maybe, and this is going to be a stretch, maybe they get to $1 trillion of savings by the deadline of July 4th next year, 2026, okay? So my point being is that the $5,000 was only based on $2 trillion of savings and a 20% profit share in the form of a dividend, which would be $400 billion back to us in the form of a $5,000 payment to 79 million tax-paying households. Okay, that's another thing I wanted to point out. There's a lot of people out there saying it's $5,000 a person. No, it's not. It's $5,000 per household. Big difference, right? Yeah. Anyway, okay, so those are some of the key things. Now, what I want to point out again is that this is only based on savings out of Doge, okay, and this is the original plan. In other words, just because they have the plan does not mean they're going to honor it, does not mean they're actually going to do it. The president did come out and say, oh, we're thinking about a 20% dividend back to the people, stuff like that. Okay, let's just say that they save only $500 billion. Okay, I'm just giving a number here. Let's say that they miss the $2 trillion goal by a long shot. They miss the $1 trillion secondary goal by a lot, and they only save $500 billion. Okay, $500 billion, a 20% profit share of that would be $100 million. Sorry, $100 billion. Sorry, $100 billion is what that would be. Okay, fine. $100 billion would take that $5,000 down to, what is it? $1,250. I think my math is right on that. $1,250. So that $5,000 is getting whittled down pretty fast here. It may turn into a $1,250 payment, again, for 79 million households, not people. Does that kind of make sense? So what I would really say is that don't worry about Elon. Don't worry about who's within Doge or not. Worry more. Okay, first off, don't worry about anything. I'm just going to say that much. Don't worry. Worrying does not help at all. Guarantee you that, okay? Worrying does not help. Here's what I would say. Focus on savings out of Doge, and that's really what it comes down to, if they were to honor the 20% distribution anyway. Okay? So one thing I do want to say is this much. Do not get your hopes up for a $5,000 Doge dividend or stimulus. Again, I'm just trying to lay the groundwork for you right now. Please do not get your hopes up for a $5,000 payment, because you're going to be very disappointed. There's a lot of people out there. I see the videos just as much as you do. A lot of people saying, it's coming next week, it's coming next month. No, it's not. I promise you, it is not, okay? My point being is that please do not get your hopes up for a $5,000 payment, because that will not happen, okay? I'm just being real with you. As I always like to say in the videos, I'm going to give it to you straight every single time. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush. And I'm not going to sit here and just tell you things that you want to hear just to be like, yeah, great, I got to be the messenger that told you what you wanted to hear. That serves nobody. It does not serve me. It does not serve you. It's not right, okay? I want to tell you the truth, and that's what I do in these videos. Point being is that if we get anything at all, that's a big if with big capital letters, if we get anything at all, I would say maybe count on like around $1,000 at most, okay? Maybe around there if they do anything in the first place, okay? But anyway, we won't know anything about the Doge dividend until after the 4th of July next year, 2026, when we actually count it all up, tally all the money that they've saved, and then if they decide to move forward with a distribution of that money back to us, the taxpayers, who they got it from in the first place, right? So that's what it comes down to. All right, anyway, super fast here. Let me just say a quick note on the difference between the economic stimulus and the Doge dividend money, okay? The Doge dividend, again, is just based on Doge savings. Remember, Doge is out there hacking away. They're canceling contracts. They're ending all these different things. And basically what they're trying to do is save federal dollars. Federal dollars means your money. You're the taxpayer, your money. They're trying to save your money. That is the purpose of Doge, saving your money. Through what they're determining as basically like wasteful spending, improper payments, just all kinds of different things, okay? Okay, so that's what they're trying to do, is save money. That would be just basically a payback, a refund check, a bounty, a dividend, restitution payment. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? It's basically just a refund back to us, because of the wasteful spending that they've done with our money that they took from us, okay? That's what that is. However, when it comes down to an economic stimulus, like a stimulus check like we saw back in, say, 2020, 2021, those 3 checks that we got, those were economically based stimulus checks. Those were based on the economy getting whacked and the economy needing a little juicing, right? So what they did is they juiced it with some stimulus checks. They said, hey, economy's not doing very good. We got to get some money into it. How do they do that? Give money to the people. They know because if they give us any money, they're going to get it back in the form of what? Well, economic stimulant is basically what it comes down to. And that's exactly what happened. So that's my point. Very different things. Economic stimulus, as in stimulus checks, are distributed in the event of an economic contraction or a recession. The Doge dividend is literally just a payback from Doge efforts of federal dollars that have been wasted, and then just giving it back to us as a refund saying, hey, sorry, we blew your money for all these years, and here, please take a little tiny bit of money back, and can we make it up now? Can we be friends again? No, right? That's what the answer is always going to be no. No, we definitely cannot be friends with the federal government because they're just going after us all the time. So anyway, I hope this helps you to understand the differences here and what's going on with all this, okay? Does that help a little bit to understand this? And again, James, thanks so much for reaching out. I know who you are, James. You're in all the live streams. I appreciate it. Thank you for reaching out with that question. Otherwise, super quick side note here. If you need any help with your Medicare, you know the drill. You've seen me talking about this before. The partners right here on the channel, these guys right here, the advisors, trusted advisors helping you with your Medicare. And again, initial enrollment into Medicare if you're turning 65 or retiring, if you're moving across state lines or county lines, give them a call. Seriously, please make sure to do that for yourself. They'll help you get the right plan rather than just some random plan. Again, anything Medicare supplements, Medigap plans, Part D plans, Medicare Advantage. They've got access to all of it, 20,000 plans. They're looking through all the plans to find you the best plan at the best price with the best coverages for your personal needs. We all have very different needs. And again, so you can see the doctors you want, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to go to, the prescription needs if you have any at all. They're doing all that for you. And the average senior is saving $1,100. Obviously, that's not guaranteed, but that's just the average savings. Incredible. Anyway, free to work with them. Give them a call. Seriously, phone number's right here on your screen. Write it down. Take a picture. Take a screenshot. Anything in regards to Medicare, ask them all the questions you want. It's a great free resource. Take advantage of it. Seriously. Nothing is free anymore these days, right? Everybody's got to get money for something. It's really annoying, honestly. I don't like it. But anyway, this is 100% free. 100% free. Advisors right here to help you with your Medicare. Call them. Ask them all the questions you want. That's what they're there for. Anyway, otherwise, who do you know that needs some assistance with their Medicare? Friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, people down the street, people down the hall, people that you know. Share that phone number with them. Then you get to be the hero when they get savings and they get a better plan and save all kinds of money. Then you get to be the hero that referred them to the advisors. Anyway, if you're new here, if you've not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below the video. Share the video. Big share button down below as well. Otherwise, check out the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen in just a second. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you again later in the